Hello! Good morning po sa inyong lahat. Nandito na naman po tayo sa ating weekly program ng Ateneo Voices, Negosyo at Pag-asenso. Together with your host today, Jovy Castro po ng Ateneo Voices. So, kumusta po kayong lahat? Today is December 8 and of course, everyone, we are a Catholic country. So, today is the feast of the Immaculate. Mary Immaculate, no? Si Mother Mary, pinanganak po siya ngayon, birthday niya. So, hello to everyone, na mga avid listeners po natin from all over Southern Mindanao. Ngayong umaga po ay meron tayong bisita na imported pa po siya. Galing pa po siya sa ibang bansa. Walang iba po, siya po yung founder ng The Beautiful Heart Foundation. So, please help me welcome Dr. Anacleto B. Millendez. So magandang umaga po sa inyo, Dr. Millendez.
Magandang umaga naman, ma'am, and thank you for the honor of inviting me here this morning. And I would also like to greet my own kababayan in Pikit, Cotabato, who are celebrating the feast of the Immaculate Conception. Actually, I'm on my way to attend the Holy Mass, and after that, I will be conducting medical missions in one of the depressed communities in Pikit.
Okay, so just a clarification, sir. Doctor, that means you're a medical doctor for that matter.
Yes, my background is I am a graduate of the University of the Philippines in Diliman. I had a degree in AB Humanities, and then I took up my medical degree from Manila Central University, and later on I branched into psychology. I took my PhD in psychology at St. James the Elder University based in Florida.
Okay.
I'm a family doctor. I am an ordained deacon of the Holy Catholic Church International. And as you mentioned, I founded the Beautiful Heart Foundation here in Davao City 13 years ago on December 19.
That was
2005.
2005.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was like the purpose of Beautiful Heart. So it has something to do with heart. What does that mean? What's the significance of that Heart Foundation?
Well, we have 7 trusts, and I have an acronym for this in the word courage. Well, courage is really from the word core, which means heart. Now, when I say acronym and 7 trusts, the C would stand for care for the elderly, the sick, and the dying. So that's our number 1 trust. And the O is to offer education and training. And the letter U would be to uplift people from poverty. And the letter R, to restore the dignity of death and dying. And the A there would be to accept donations and raise funds for the foundation. The letter G stands for gather people for a common cause, and the E is to empower people for good governance. So easy to remember from the word courage.
Okay.
Now, over the last 13 years, we have started so many medical outreach programs, not only in Mindanao, but also in Luzon and even in the Visayas. In fact, on December 14 up to 20, I will be conducting my 3rd medical outreach programs in Cebu and some neighboring islands of Cebu City, which is Pantayan Island. Other than that, I'll have some medical missions in some depressed communities in Quezon City. So the reason I'm here in the Philippines most of the time is because of these medical outreach programs.
Okay. You do this once in a while?
Oh, well, for the last 3 years, every 3 to 4 months, I'm here in the Philippines.
Oh, so you just, are you with a group or are you alone in doing this?
I am so blessed that I have established partners.
Okay.
I'm a member of the local Lions Club in Quezon City, so practically I work with the Lions Club. In Cebu, I work with the JCs. since I am part of the Holy Catholic Church, I am also working closely with independent Catholic Church organizations nationwide.
Oh. So that for services towards, or
Yeah, the entry point really is helping the sick,
Okay.
especially the elderly, the children. But other than that, we teach them a healthy lifestyle. Right now, my focus is on a greening project. I established another organization in the Philippines called Project Green Ministries, a non-profit religious corporation. Green there is another acronym which stands for God reminds everyone to enjoy nature.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easy again to remember. Green, God reminds everyone to enjoy nature.
Oh.
So we know that we have a threat of global warming and climate
Exactly.
change, and there is no other way to prevent the catastrophe associated with global warming except to plant. I myself is an advocate of um, vegetable gardening,
Oh. So you have a
which
green
I
thumb.
learned when I was in first grade.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Now I am very proud to say that I think in my heart I'm a farmer.
In your heart, but in reality, do you do?
I look at gardening as like a passion of some kind where you can spend the whole day doing it without getting tired,
Yes.
and you can eat the produce,
Yes.
which you are
So this
very
is
sure
organic.
it's organic,
Mhm.
and also to invite people who've never learned how to do gardening. I'm sure in the Philippines, young people, the millennials especially, were no longer as lucky as we were when we were in elementary, because we
Yes.
were taught really agriculture, the basic of gardening.
Okay.
So the goal of Project Green Ministries, other than sharing the green produce, the green products, the green services to the less fortunate, is really to let young people and even adults get involved with vegetable gardening or say agriculture, because we know that our sources of food would come from, the plants.
Okay. Let me just go back to your the core of your involvement now, which is Davao the Beautiful Heart Foundation. So you founded it in Davao.
Yes.
In what year?
December 19, 2005, but we had a formal launching on the 82nd birthday, 88th birthday, because my mother passed away 2 years later when she was 82.
Oh.
So on February 5th, 2006, we had a formal launching of the Beautiful Heart Foundation in Villa Josefina Resort Village in Dumoy. So in fact, the launching was still in YouTube. I uploaded the whole event. So because of the Beautiful Heart Foundation, I had an opportunity as well to be invited to join politics here in Davao. In fact, in 2007, because people were were pushing me to serve the people, I was able to run as a congressional candidate in the 1st District in 2007 and the following election 2010 as well. But not really to be elected, because I don't have big funds for campaign, but just to get the kind of a media mileage.
Yes.
Because if you are a candidate, this major network will follow you and interview you, and I took that as an opportunity where I can introduce the different programs and projects of the Beautiful Heart Foundation as well.
In a way, so you founded the Beautiful Heart Foundation to help.
Of course.
You're talking about the seven
Trusts.
trust a while ago. You're talking about elderly education. It seems that this is an all-encompassing
I
type
would
of an
think so.
organization.
Yes.
Yeah. So, who are the people behind this? Are you one and only in this particular?
The history is really very emotional because the word beautiful heart is the English translation of my mother's Spanish name, which is Corazon, meaning heart, and her maiden name is Belleza, which means beautiful. So, before she died, she was the one who suggested that it would be nice if we can establish a foundation. And because of her desire, 2 years before she passed away, I launched the Beautiful Heart Foundation, as I've said, on her 80th birthday. Now, who are the members? Of course, I'm the founding president. My brother is a lawyer, Attorney Roberto Millendez, was the vice president. And my sister, who's an accountant, was the secretary. So it's all started really with among the siblings.
Okay, which is still operating up to
Of
this
course,
month.
yeah, we're still very active.
Okay.
We've gained the support not only of the local people here in Davao, but I would say internationally, because this opened doors to another media arm of the foundation, the Beautiful Heart Show, but its 4th year at KMVT 15 Silicon Valley. This is a 1 full hour show every Mondays, 5:30 to 6:30, where I showcase what I do with the programs, the projects of the Beautiful Heart Foundation in the Philippines, the health and wellness programs, the arts and culture, all the trust.
Okay.
I showcase it in my TV program there.
So
Right now, for our listeners, I've been documenting this because I plan to show this interview in my TV program in the Silicon Valley.
Okay. So you're saying that this Beautiful Heart Foundation is not just within Philippines but also outside the country as well.
Yes, in fact, from a foundation, it became the integral ministry of the Holy Catholic Church International, founded by Bishop Hayward Ewart in Florida in 2010. So this is not just a foundation, it is a church, it's a faith-based organization.